Welcome back to my series, Dance Mums Unedited. This is the series where I discuss production notes that were written by producers of the show. They show us what happened behind the scenes of each episode. Today we'll be looking at Season 5, Episode 15. As always, there will be a link in the description box below which will take you to a PDF of these notes so you can read through them in further detail. Because there was more to this episode than the producers cared to show. The week begins with Kira telling all of the mums that they will be competing against MDP this week. Meanwhile, the girls compliment Nia, who has changed up her look in preparation for her music video. When Pyramid begins, Abby tells Nia that earning a high gold isn't high enough. She criticises Kenzie because she keeps getting called out by the judges in group routines. She informs Jojo that she is flying under the radar. She critiques Maddie for making Gianna correct her on the same thing 3 times last week. She then praises Kalani for her part in the group, and Kendall for winning with her solo last week. Abby announces to the group that Maddie will miss a rehearsal in order to perform on the Ellen show. The mums express their annoyance at the privileges that Maddie receives from Abby. Kira tells everyone that she won't be at Friday's rehearsal because she will be attending a charity event. She reassures everyone that Kalani will still be there though, because she has decided not to go. Abby then talks about Kendall's music video shoot this week. She tells the girls that won't be featured in the video that they can work as personal assistants on set. Holly explains that Nia's video shoot will be next week, but she will have to miss Kendall's shoot in order to prepare for her own shoot. Abby snidely remarks that Kendall didn't have to miss anything to prepare for her video. When Kira tries to warn her about MDP attending the competition this weekend, Abby refuses to listen. She won't let Kira say the words Erin or MDP around her. This makes sense because we have heard from former cast members time and time again that Abby used to hate giving free promotion to the show's rival dance studios and would refuse to use their names. This week, Kalani receives a solo called Innocent, Maddie receives a solo called Dreams Come True, and the group dance is called the Rose Garden. Abby tells Kendall to rehearse the choreography for her music video whenever she gets the chance. Jill asks Abby if she has hired anyone for the video, but Abby shuts her down. When the mums bring up MDP again, Abby forces the girls to do push-ups as a punishment. Surely she would know by now that the producers were the ones asking the mums to bring up their rival studios for drama. Why would she take it out on the girls? Production couldn't have cared less if Abby was punishing them. In fact, it was probably giving them exactly what they wanted, Abby to be angry and the girls to be flustered. In the other room, the mums wonder why Abby didn't have anything to share about the status of the studio space that they visited last week. Holly is upset about the snide remark Abby made in response to Nia not being able to work at Kendall's video shoot. She points out that history is repeating itself. She says that when Abby produced Kenzie's music video, she did it to prove that she can make a better video than Brooke. And now Holly believes that she is doing the same thing, hoping that Kendall will outperform Nia. All of the mums agree that Abby needs to start befriending rival teams on the West Coast, now that she's opening her own studio in LA. In the studio, Abby screams at Kendall, telling her that she is not ready for her own music video. She puts some new moves into the group choreography, clearly trying to give it an edge against MDP. Abby then pulls Kendall outside to talk with her privately about her video. She gives her hints about the video concept and explains why she wants Jill to be left in the dark when it comes to her music career. The following day, Abby is absent. Melissa and Maddie aren't there either because they are on set at the Ellen show. The mums try to ask Gianna about the weekend ahead, but Gianna asks the mums to leave so that she can continue working with the girls. Holly confronts Jill in the viewing room, saying that Kendall got to meet Todrick Hall, while Nia was not invited. Jill refuses to be blamed for Nia being left out, and when things get heated between her and Holly, she storms out of the room. Jill blames Holly for dividing the team, and decides to call Melissa to make sure that she has her back. Abby enters the room, pretending not to know why her taking only Maddie, Kendall and Kenzie to meet Todrick Hall would be an issue. She blows Holly off when she tries to discuss it. Jill takes Abby outside, where the pair agree that Holly is blowing the situation out of proportion. Abby then invites Jill to come into the room to watch rehearsals with her. As the girls rehearse, Abby is out of her seat, giving the girls hands-on corrections. She barely notices as the other mums quietly walk into the studio in order to watch the dancers. Suddenly, one of Abby's old friends, Robin Antin from season 1 of AUDC, enters the room. She reveals that her choreographer, Mikey Minden, will be directing Nia's video. She tries to give the girls some advice, but all Abby wants to talk about is Maddie, who isn't even there. The day concludes in a very different way for the mums and the girls. Jill and Holly finish the day bickering once again about the Todrick Hall incident. Meanwhile, Abby decides to give Kendall an encouraging pep talk about her potential as a singer. Over at MDP, Erin tells her students that Abby is back in LA to open a studio and poach new students. She informs them that their group dance, Passing Through Time, is about image and the impossible strive for perfection. Erin gets her girls to stand with her in front of the mirror and list the good and bad things that they see in themselves. While the team rehearses, Erin tells them that while Maddie may be in a few Sia videos, she's also Abby's only success story. She says that all of the MDP girls are potential stars. Erin gives her student Kira a contemporary solo called Resurgence. The mums and Erin discuss how unfair the judging was when Talia competed a solo on behalf of MDP. The final rehearsal day begins with Maddie telling the girls and mums all about her experience on The Ellen Show. When the girls leave, the mums discuss Kira's lack of commitment to the team, since she left to go back to Arizona for a charity event. Jill mentions that she is sad about how the music video rivalry is playing out, but Holly seems firm about getting justice for Nia. The mums discuss Abby's behaviour the last time they ran into MDP, hoping that her manners will improve this time. They discuss bringing roses to hand out at the competition, fitting in with their rose-themed group dance. Abby calls the mums into the studio to see the group. She then receives a phone call where it is announced that she has now got a building in LA. Robin enters the studio again, this time with a pop group called GRL. They perform a song and dance for the team to inspire them, and the girls get up and dance along with them. During MDP's final rehearsal day, Erin shows the team images of Maddie, Kendall, and Kenzie with Todrick. She tells them that the ALDC is more fractured than ever. She then tries to teach her girls about the theme of their group dance, instructing her girls to go around and reveal the physical thing about themselves that they wish they could change. That is such a personal thing to share in a room full of cameras. I would certainly not want that kind of information aired to the world, and I can't even imagine what it would be like to experience that as a kid. Holly and Nia are the first to arrive at the competition, and are greeted by Erin and the MDP team. Erin is very friendly to them, and asks about Nia's upcoming music projects. Holly and Nia decide to enter the green room alone, and discuss Nia's confidence and her upcoming music video. Holly assures Nia that she and Kendall are not competing against one another with their videos. The rest of the ALDC girls and mums then enter the dressing room to find that MDP has written on their mirrors in lipstick. Given the fact that MDP hadn't even walked into the dressing room after arriving at the competition, it's very likely that the message was actually written by production. After all, the producers would set up those mirrors each week, and if MDP really did write it, we would probably see footage of them doing it. Abby enters the room and comments that Nia's straight hair isn't right for the group dance. She then criticises Kendall for not trying on the costume for her music video yet. The mums then band together and head over to the MDP dressing room. Erin tells her soloist Kira to avenge Talia's disappointing score at their last competition. The ALDC mums enter and criticise MDP for having poor sportsmanship on social media. Erin retorts that the ALDC social media is fractured, with everyone being able to see that Nia is being left out. Before their solos, Maddie and Kalani receive pep talks from both Abby and their mothers. Then each of them perform, and the mums seem very pleased with how they danced. Back in the dressing room, the mums declare that the MDP soloist doesn't stand a chance. Holly, Jill, Kendall and Nia all walk away and have a pep talk together, assuring one another that the music videos are not a competition and that this shouldn't affect their friendship. Before MDP's group dance, Erin gives her girls a pep talk. From their position, they can hear that the audience is chanting for them. We know that production used to coach the audience to cheer for particular things, so I wouldn't be surprised if they instructed the audience to cheer for MDP here. The ALDC mums bring out roses to give to the audience, right before the Rose Garden takes the stage. The ALDC then calls out MDP for performing a routine that they have known for a year, compared to the one that they had to learn in 2 days. At awards, Abby and Gianna decide to watch from the back of the auditorium. Maddie wins first in the junior division and first overall. Kalani wins first in the senior division and second overall. And the group wins first in the junior division and first overall. Meanwhile, Kira places 5th in her age division and doesn't place overall. The MDP group places 2nd in their division and 3rd overall. In the lobby, Erin finds Abby chatting with the judges, which prompts her to say that the scoring wasn't objective. She confronts Abby in the hallway, questioning the scoring and calling her out for recycling older choreography over and over. The ALDC team is extremely excited to return to the green room after their clean sweep. Abby shocks the room by asking if she can come to Nia's video shoot. And unfortunately, we don't really get an answer. You might notice that this week's notes are much less detailed than usual. I suspect that maybe a producer who doesn't normally write these notes had to do it this week. Regardless, we've reached the end of episode 15. Are you also quite saddened by the optimism that Jill and Holly had that their daughters' videos weren't going to compete? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.